Hello and welcome. My name is Zira. Here today to present a new journal. I guess it's gonna be also a new line of art journals. And this is a very specific one. I haven't done any of this kind before, and also it has been inspired by this long period of embroidery, let's call it. So it's soft cover, and as you can see, the front cover is like randomly embroidered. I mean, for some 3D pretty stuffed, I would say, embroideries pieces, and all these tiny pieces are, almost all of them, they are embroidered. Some of them you can, so I matched the color, so you can sometimes guess it's only by rubbing it. And there is kind of a frame around. There's different types also of stitches. Let me show it closer. Yeah, and here I tried knitting with sewing needle. It's embroidery knitting. It's very interesting. Okay, and I think I'll try it more. So all this pattern is stitched with multiple types of threads. That's the back side, and it's all stitched, all of it. And here is a tiny flip, and the closure here is this way. I mean, it's supposed to be like folded and closed with these strings, but you can replace them anytime. And it's versatile. Also, the inside cover is pretty it's pretty thick. I used a lot of fabric inside the closure, inside the cover. Also, again, it's embroidered here. Also, I tried to create this quilted effect because I like it very much. It gives dimension to all the journals. Yeah, it's number 9, and this one is called Dreamcatcher. And this is not the Dreamcatcher which is meant by the thing that you hang up head. No, to catch the dreams that you see at night. No, this is a dream catcher, the dreams of the day. And it comprises, it's a collaboration, I would say. Mine here is the assembling part and the cover, but the inside mostly comes to my daughter, Kate. Some of you have already known her because I kept inserting her the pieces of her art and drawing into my journals, and this time I decided to make a full journal of it. And let me tell you the principle, the idea of this type. It's number 9. She used to attend an art school, and she has had a lot of drawings and sketches left from these days. And as we live in a very tiny, I have definitely picked the best, the ones that she wants to keep, and I keep them in big, handmade folios, folders, and so on. I made something for that. And for the rest, she said she doesn't need them anymore. and I decided they would make either good inspiration or good background for art books, because as you know, art journals or art books, they are not just of comprising they just don't comprise only plain paper, no different arts, but also different backgrounds. And so I hope this will make a good background for somebody's art. So that's why the construction of this book, of this journal, is just made for art journal, because I know what it is, how to work with it, and I know how it would be most convenient. So it's not sewn in. It's really fat, but it's not sewn in. We have just like some ribbon, twine here that keeps it all together. And that's all. And that means that you can take any of it, use it as a separate page, or then even if you add some detail to this page, you can use it then as a picture or as a painting, or you can frame it and keep it as is, or you can use it as just your own base or background for pages. So all the pages here, not only her Kate's paintings, but also some clean pages. They have different textures and different formats for different types of art. And I decided to divide the income from this journal. We will share, like she will get her half, because this is also this is just her part as well. So this is the first one. This one she probably did, kind of on plain air, right? So this page is pretty thin, but it has some dots, like in bullet journals. They are good for tracing and for sketching as well. Okay, this is pencil painting. So let me tell you about the paper. This is watercolor paper. This is sketching paper. Another sketch from her that can be used as it can be colored or used as the beginning of a new composition. Some scrapbooking paper as well that I thought might become a good one for your art journals, collages, and so on. And her doodling page. Yes, there are some paint drops and something, but I don't think it's a big problem. So she's been always very good at that. And actually, oh, amazing. Yes. So some just clean page. Another painting from her, and another bullet journal dots. This is craft paper, thin craft paper used for sketching as well. This one is, if this is watercolor, this is probably gouache, I just don't remember. But no, it's also watercolor probably. I'm not sure now, gouache is usually more solid. But this is watercolor paper. This is a page from a doodling book. Good for any project. Some call it tracing paper or vellum page, good for creativity and so on, and different projects as well. This is the fabric texture paper. I mean, it's paper, it's heavyweight, it's closer to card stock, but it has this, maybe you can see it, linen fabric pattern on one side, so it can be also very good for painting with different media. Some other page with another page with scrapbooking paper. and the second side of her doodling project. Yes. Oh, a sketch from her. This one is gouache probably, yes. But the watercolor paper. Another book page. And one more piece. Good for art. And one more. All of this is watercolor. Okay. This is the pastel paper, professional pastel paper page. I used to try to, and she used to try pastel, but not now. Definitely a heavyweight piece of black cardstock, because if you take any white medium, like white pencil, white gel pen, white paint, white ink, gorgeous. The result is gorgeous. I like it very much. Maybe one day I'll show you my art book if I haven't shown it before. The one that I started with, dealing with mixed media. This is a clean watercolor paper, pretty heavyweight, eggshell texture. Another scrapbooking paper piece. It's black and white and gray, and it will be good for coloring and being as a background for some project. This one is also from Kate, and one more vellum page, and this one again is Kaiser Craft scrapbooking paper, also great background. Another pattern from a sewing journal, or cross stitch journal. Can be, by the way, it's pretty thin, so I think it can make a good napkin, or it can be used even for decoupage. Embossed paper, and if you watch mixed media projects, you know that embossed paper can become very nice projects in themselves. This one is another page of pastel paper, and this is another page of paper with fabric. This time it's linen. I hope you can see this amazing, gorgeous texture. And this is like the snow white. It's pretty white. Although if we compare it with this is a little bit grayish. And another craft paper. And another page of paintings. And one more scrapbooking paper. You might recognize this collection. I used it in one of my previous projects. So, seaweed, it was called something like seaweed journal or something. So then, so how it works, you pick any page of it, pick it out, do whatever you want with it, and either frame it and use it as a decoration, wall hanging or something, or use it in your other art journal, or put it back. This way it will be prevented, the cover will be prevented from staining, and the rest of the pages also will be prevented from staining as well, because you can put it here dry. And let me show you one more thing. Yeah, you can tighten it or fasten it tighter or loosen it a little bit. I will just put it just to be kept in place. And one more thing, I picked the pattern for the main paper, for the main cover, so that even if you stain it with any kind of coloring, it's pretty bright and vivid and patterned itself. I don't think you can spoil it with any splash of paint that gets on it, even more probably. It even will be better if you do. So this one again is called Dreamcatcher, and the number of this Dreamcatcher is 9. If you ever consider finding out some info, just get in touch and use it as a reference number. Thank you for watching. Have a great summer. Bye bye.